Hello guys, welcome to another video. Today we are next plane taking this WestJet Boeing 737-800 from here in Toronto Pearson out to Edmonton, Alberta. I've already got the weights loaded up. Fuel is currently being put into the aircraft here, and aircraft is sitting on ground power. All we gotta do is power up and put it right into the FMS and we're good to go. So let's hop up into the flight deck. Let's power her up. So we're gonna go battery's gonna go to on, ground power is gonna go to on. Emergency lights are going to be armed. Turn the position light on. Packs to auto. Air station valve to auto. Window heats on. IRS is to nav. I'm going to get the cruise altitude in there now before I forget. So we're going to be at 360 and then going up to 380. So we'll dial 380 in here. 38,000 feet. 38,000 feet. And then the ground level in Edmonton is 2325. So we'll dial in 2300 in the landing altitude. Alright. I'm going to just verify my volume because I didn't hear the noise when I did that. Alright, nothing's at 0, so we're good there. Alright, so I'm turn the tablet off. So what we're gonna do now is we can go down to the flight management system now. Alright, I'm just gonna go right over this one here. We're gonna go to Fmc Position Initialization, and then we're gonna tell her we're at the Charlie Yankee Zulu Airport, which is Toronto Pearson Airport, so that to our IRS position. Actually, no, technically what you do is you go to the next page. Typically you take the GPS left and throw that in, but we didn't do that. So we're going to tell her we're going from Toronto Pearson to the Charlie Yankee Echo Golf Airport, which is Edmonton. And we are flying as WestJet flight, 441. We're departing off runway 23. And our routing is Musset, Sault Ste. Marie, Thunder Bay. And then it's the J500 to VBI into Exovon. And then Saskatoon, Refex. And then I believe it is J515 to camera. Beautiful. And we'll activate that, and I'll tell it we're doing the AVSEP 6 off of runway 23. Oops. Off of runway 23 with the 23 with the Musset transition. And then into Edmonton, we are doing the IGSOX 2 for an ILS 30 approach. We're not using any of those transitions. Alright. If that, 55.2, reserve R2. Cost index is 5 with a cruise altitude of 360. And then up to 380 once we pass Exelon. And then, let's see. Cruise winds are 279 at 5.3. And then top of climb temp is negative 51 degrees Celsius. Alright. We're still fueling up, so it'll say insufficient fuel for now. We're going to do a 24 key D-rate on the departure, and then we'll use top climb for our climb up. We're using flaps position 1, just for realistic WestJet ops. And then, okay, so trim is going to be 5 degrees. V2 is 153, so 153 plus 15 is 168. Runway heading is 237. And then We'll go right at tour cruise altitude because we don't have any ATC today. So right at the 360. Alright. Now, let's see. IRS is going to line into 3 minutes from now. So what we will do now is, well, actually, we should wait. Realistically, we should wait for the AP or for the fueling to finish before we start the APU. Alright, we're back. He just finished fueling up the aircraft, so we're going to start the APU. So we'll left forward fuel pump on, and then APU to start for 3 seconds, and let go of it. And the APU will begin to slow up here if you look at the exhaust gas temperature gauge. Alright. So, we are going to be pushing back from stand Charlie 27 here with our nose to the right, and then we'll be exiting the ramp on Alpha Juliet, and then we'll be turning right onto Alpha, continuing up Alpha, and then right on the hotel, and from there we will enter runway 23. And then on the departure, we will fly runway 237 to 1100 feet, and then we'll turn right to 245, and then we will climb out to an altitude of about 3600 feet before making our right turn to Telon. And that's pretty much it. So, get on. APU bleed's gonna go on. Flight directors are gonna go on. We are going to go LNAV, VNAV, and LNAV. Now that we're all fueled up as well, if we go to the... Oh yeah, all these V speeds are going to be changed. So, we got to change this to 170 now. Now that we're all fueled up, a lot of our perfs changed here. We're still running a trim of 5. However, now it says we have enough fuel. It says we'll get to Edmonton with 2.9 tons of fuel left. So, we're good. Let's get the anti-collision light on. We're going to kill the parking brake. Right, we are Edmonton bound. Okay, now that we're pushing back, we're going to turn the packs off to open the isolation valve. Make sure trim air is on, I forgot about that. And then fuel pumps, we have fuel in the center tank, so we'll turn those on too. And then we'll set number 2 to ground. And if you look out here, you'll see it start to spool up. There. And then you watch, and we're going to watch in here for 25% N2. Once we reach 25% N2, we'll move the fuel cutoff lever to idle, which gives the engine fuel. Turn the master volume up here. Forgot to do that. Alright. That was a great start on number 2. So once number 2 stabilizes here, we'll fire up number 1. Just start for the gate to gate time. Alright, start number 1. Alright, that was a good start. Pushback's complete, so we'll set the parking brake. Alright, so engine gens are going to go on, APU is going to go off and start switching to continuous, APU bleed. Or sorry, packs to on, isolation valve to auto, packs are to auto, I meant, and then APU bleeding off, electrics on, probe heats on, yacht amber on, auto brake RTO, now we'll get the transponder on, and then we're going to go for flaps position 1. Which is just one notch. Typically typically you would see a lot of 737s use flaps position 5 on departure, but we'll do a quick flight control test here. So ailerons left, ailerons right. Beautiful. Elevators down, neutral, elevators up, neutral, rudder left, rudder right. Beautiful. Alright, blank lower display. So flaps. Okay, so config is already checked. Flaps, green light. Flaps just have 5 with the green light. Stabilizer trim is set to 5 units. Takeoff briefing has been reviewed. We will be climbing to 1,100 feet and then turning right to we'll fly runway heading to 1,100 feet, then turn right to 245 upon reaching that, and then we'll climb to 3,600 and then fly right direct T-long. Cabin has been secured. MCP is set. Transponder is TARA, and it's a strobe lights and landing lights. That's when we get to the runway. So let's roll. Oh, can't wait to hear these things spool. We'll also check. Oh God, I miss flying a 737. Alrighty. So like I said, we'll exit on here, which is Alpha Juliet, and then we'll turn right, the first right here, which takes us down Alpha, which will continue Alpha all the way down until we turn right on Hotel. You know, an airport like Toronto Pearson seems like it'd be confusing to taxi, but you know, it's actually pretty simple once you learn the layout. I believe it's probably that way for every airport in this world. So. I'm also going to have weather radar on, weather on my side and terrain on his side. We won't really have to worry about terrain because Toronto and Edmonton are both really flat. If we were flying into, like, let's say Kelowna or even Vancouver, then we would have the terrain radar, but we don't really need it. I'll just have it on anyways. Next door, WestJet Encore's 2-400s depart and arrive during their domestic flights. At least most of them. Some of them use the actual gates on the other side or over there in the Bravo terminal, but most of them go to the satellite terminal. It is 22:20 local time, and that is just about our scheduled departure time out to Edmonton. So if we can get going once we're in the air, then we'll make pretty good time getting into Edmonton, I think. I don't know if we'll still have daylight. I do not believe so, but I hope maybe there'll still be daylight by the time we get to Edmonton. We are heading out west, so we are, like, you know, going back in time zone. So, and we're going the opposite. We're going towards where the sun is setting. So, because, you know, the sun sets to the west, obviously. So, theoretically, we may very well have daylight the entire time we're in the air. And then once we start descending into Edmonton, the sun will slowly go down for us. We'll see. Alright. Flight attendants, seats for departure, please. Alright. We're gonna arm the auto throttle, keep the line lights on. Taxi light's gonna go off, and we'll turn the strobe light on. Get it. There we go. Strobe light is on. Alright. Let's go to Edmonton, Alberta. Oh, Ed. Alright. Let me start the clock. Alright, runway 23 is verified. We'll run it up to 40% in 1. Setting takeoff thrust. Alright. Power is set. Airspeed is alive. 80 knots. Just an update, we have reached our cruising altitude at 36,000 feet at a speed of Mach 0.76. We are currently over Lake Huron, and we are expected to arrive into the Edmonton area in 3.5 hours from now. So, we're making pretty good time. I'll keep you updated if anything more else interesting happens, okay?
till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
Alright guys, I'm back and we're into our descent now. We're going to be descending initially to flight level 190 for waypoint that is camera. And as I predicted, we're still going to have some sunlight by the time we touch down on 30. So, alright, so whenever I start my descent, one of the major things I do first is to set the auto brake. I'll be using full rifle, which is going to be auto brake 2. Okay, lots of drag, so we'll get the speed up just a bit. Put it at flight D10. Alright. It's been an absolutely stunning flight. Makes me excited to do more after this. You'll be seeing plenty of great Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane videos on this channel. I can guarantee you that. So, it is predicting that we will be on the ground in Edmonton at 029 Zulu. So, it's in about 20 minutes we should be on the ground. That's pretty good. Alright, 56. 4-1, yay 56. Alright, what's our distance to the airfield here? Just over 10 nautical miles. We're gonna go flash position 1. Oh, I accidentally nudged the trim. Flash position 1. Alright, glide flow alive. We're rolling speed to 200 knots. We're gonna go flash position 5. Alright, glide slope for life, gears going down. We're gonna flash position 15. Alright, gears down, third green. the aircraft mine?
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Birch, altitude set.
Correct. I just follow the flight director, keep my eyes on the runway, and make sure I keep 2 red, 2 white. Best. Those are mine.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That was beautiful. Those lower reversers. Knots, show the reversers. Get the taxi light on. Righty. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Edmonton, Alberta.
Carry on items towed until the aircraft is parked at the gate.
Okay. Home of the Edmonton Oilers, who were eliminated during the qualifying round of the playoffs this year. Alright, engine start switches to auto. Landing lights are going to go off. Strobe light's going to go off. We're going to start the APU. Kill the speed brakes. Raise the flaps. I'm going to turn APU on. Probe heat's going to go off. Yacht amper's going to go off. Transponder's going to go off. Taxi lights off. I wish I could be based out of Edmonton. I just love this airport, and I love the city. Alright. Okay, parking brake is set. APU bleed is on. We're going to kill the engines. Alright guys, let's take a look at our landing from different views in the replay. Let's see how I did. This is my first time watching it too, so don't worry. Oh, beautiful. This was such a great landing. Beautiful. And yes, I know you can kind of see through the cabin. I deleted the cabin on all my 737s and X-Plane just to give me some more frames. I appreciate you guys watching this video today and flying along with me to Edmonton. And if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, comment, and suggest my channel to a friend. I am not forcing you to do any of those things, but if you choose to, you can. So I hope you have a nice night, and thank you. Au revoir.